Commander KANU. But we forged a friendship simply because I was teaching at a secondary school known as Isochi Secondary School. And one of the lab attendants took to me, and it turned out that he was a kinsman and possibly a distant cousin of Admiral KANU. His name is Chibu Okoroafo. And we have been close ever since. I see him regularly. In 2003, when I came from America to deliver the Afenifere lecture, Admiral KANU was chairman. And he accosted me and said, "Do you know this guy standing by me?" I said, "Of course, this is Chibu now." And that's how we reunited, and we never failed to communicate. Two things. If you go to the Admiral, you know that this is a profoundly serious man. He had no time for chicaneries at all. You see him work, he never sought contract, he never sought to please the government. You will see him in his office talking to sailors, talking to master mariners all over the world. This is what he knew, this is what he did, and this is what distinguished him. He was not a racketeer at all. He was a great man, a great sailor, and a great Democrat. We are very proud of him. It is a pity because when the last time I saw him, I said, "Admiral, when last were you home?" He chuckled. He said, I rarely go home these days. I said, "Why?" He said, "Of course, you know that bandits have taken over everywhere." And he said that one of the things that beat him, he also had a profound sense of humor. He said one of the things that beat him was he went to a public ceremony somewhere in Owerri, and after they had introduced him and he took his seat, they called for donations, and one money bag just came up and donated 5 million, which he was lugging behind him, and the whole place erupted. So the Admiral said he quickly beat a retreat and left the place, that this is not a place for a gentleman, you know, and that's it. But eventually, I could see that he started going home again. They sent me a picture of him at Ovim, Issikwato, eating apple with Chibu, and I thought that, okay, everything is well and fine. So your father has led a very honorable and distinguished life. He was also a naval hero of Biafra. During the Civil War, Admiral KANU commanded the ramshackle frigate, which gave the Nigerian Navy a black eye somewhere at One. And this is one of the naval exploits in Nigerian military history. Whether they like it or not, they have to teach what happened in school. So he had to be re-enlisted. It's not because they like him, but they know that he was a man of outstanding naval gifts. You will have heard of Admiral Jubrila Anyila's testimony on Thursday. He said that your father mentored him. And Anyila was one of the topmost naval officers in military history in Nigeria. So we are celebrating a man, but let this also be a kind of renewal, a celebration of renewal for Nadeko. Our ranks are thinning. I was very impressed when I heard people singing Fela's song so well, so dexterously. So we need a festival of renewal. And I've been talking to my friend, Comrade Okpadokun, about how to achieve this so that the labors of our heroes will not be in vain. When I arrived in exile in 1996, I was made the, what do you call it, PR or MC at a ceremony to also formally welcome Pa Enauro. And I made a statement that Chief Enauro was an old man in a hurry. Of course, I sent it to Nigeria. Uncle Bola published it in his column, and it's found its way everywhere. Today, ladies and gentlemen, There are so many old men in a hurry and women in this hall. So we are waiting for a festival of renewal so that whatever happens, we can take our country back. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Adebayo Williams, for that incisive lecture. At this stage, I want to quickly call on Prince Jide Ajilore to come forward and give his tribute. Ajilore, sorry, please pardon me for that. Shawnee. While the while Prof was on the podium, the widow of our late leader came in. I'm talking of no other person than Mrs. Gladys NDUBUISI KANU. You are welcome, ma. Mr. Jilore, sir.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The leaders of NADECO, our leaders, the fighters, I greet you. I want to start on the existing protocol. Today when I saw Prof, then I saw Dr. Akingba, I said, it reminded me of so many things. And I said, my good brother, Wali Oshun, it reminds me of those days of emancipation of New Nigeria that some people are razzle and dabbling now. The struggle for New Nigeria, which God gave us the glory to achieve. But today, opposite is the story. In fact, it's as if Professor knows what I want to say because he said it all. Everything I want to say has been said by him, as if we compare notes. But however, I will just chip two things in about the rugged man. A real Nigerian, a real soldier. Perchance, I met him with my Oga, Alani Akinade, during the struggle days also, before he too was sent out of the country by the juntas. And the rest of us stay back to fight them to stand still. When he was talking, I said, yes, if they want to kill the rest of us here, for what this man is saying, I think we have to be adamant and be ready to die. This man has no color for Nigeria. He believes when you are in Nigeria, you are in Nigeria. No Igbo, no Hausa, no anything. So, I pray to God, probably we will have another NDUBUISI KANU in our military who will be forthright enough to come up and say yes, and look straight to the face of the authorities to say no. Nigeria cannot be going this way. Like a prof rightly said, unless we continue, unless we rejuvenate the NADECO movement, the fight ahead, I think, is bitter than and wicked than the one we fought. Like one what are the pastor was saying. He said we are fighting in the body. He said, but the fight is, he said the war is so strong and terrible. He said because it's not what we can see. Some of us are part of the present regime. Those who were in the trenches together, we still call ourselves Comrade Nadeko. When I was coming, in fact, I flew in because of today. My children was telling me, when I told them we are going for National Day for one of our leaders, they said, "Which? You are going again. Do you remember how we suffered